Hi English 111 students, and welcome to Module 1. So even though Module 1 doesn't officially start until Monday, August 24th, I went ahead and made it completely open so that you can plan ahead and see what the second week of class has in it. You'll notice if you click on all the other modules in the course, so from Module 1, 2, 3, 4 on, you can only see the introductory material at the top, and it has a little date under there that says when the other material is going to be available. So from here on out, every new module will open on the Friday before the Monday it officially starts. So I do that to give you a week and ahead of time to kind of just take a look at what's coming up so that you can plan for that next module. But they will roll out as we go through the semester, so everything's not open at this point. You can read the intro material to all of them, but right now that's it. But Module 1 is open from the very beginning because I want you to be able to see what the 2 weeks beginning this semester have in them. So Module 1 is an introduction to academic writing. Academic writing and academic English is weird. I own that. I understand that. This is not the normal, quote unquote, way that we use language. Our everyday way of using language is incredibly useful, very powerful, and it gets the job done. Academic language, on the other hand, is kind of its own world. So the essays that you write in the academic world, the oral presentations that you might have to stand up and do in front of a class that you do in the academic world, they ask for us to use language in a more formal way than we are used to when we just sort of sit down and talk with our friends or family or coworkers. So part of your job as the student, and even our job as teachers, is to learn how to flip the switch. So how do we know when we should flip the switch to very formal, very academic language, and then when can we flip that off and go back to our normal everyday selves? So academic writing and academic language asks you to move into that sort of different world and different language. 2 key pieces of academic writing can help you do this. And we're going to talk a lot about them this week. One is the term or the concept of audience, and the other is the concept of purpose. And they are exactly what you think they would be. So audience is who are you writing for? It's easy to say in an academic essay that you're writing for me, the instructor, because I'm the one that grades it. Kind of, but think a little more generally than that. Every single time you write something for school, so whether it's my class or chemistry or philosophy or wherever, you are writing for an academic audience, right? You're not writing for children, you're not writing for your coworkers, you're not writing in your journal, you're not writing, just for your own good. You're writing to a specific audience, and that audience is academic. So what does that mean? What does that mean you should do or think about? It means several things, and we're going to talk about that this week. It means you should think about the words you use. They should be academic in nature. It means you should think about the format, how you lay your essay out. It should be an academic format. So we're gonna practice some of those things. The other concept is purpose. Why are you writing? What are you trying to do with this piece of writing? Are you trying to inform me about a new idea? Are you trying to compare something to something else, to make an argument about it? Are you trying to persuade me to do something, like to vote for you or to buy a certain cheeseburger? What are you trying to get me to do? So there are all kinds of purposes that academic writing might have. If you are able to identify both of those concepts before you start writing, it is a heck of a lot easier to write the academic essay. So that's why we're going to talk about them quite a bit this week. The other concept that we're going to look at this week is Mla Format. This class is using a specific format for your essays, and later in the semester, using this specific Mla format for how to do research. There are a dozen different formats. You might be in other classes that ask for different ones. They're basically the same idea. How do you make the essay look? Like, how is it laid out on the page? And then how do you do research? So our particular class is using MLA. So in this particular section of the course, you're going to be writing a short little essay that's just about yourself, where you get to practice laying the essay out and using correct MLA format. That will give you the chance to kind of play with it, and then once we start the essays in the next module, you'll know how to do it, and you won't lose any points on not having the correct MLA format. So again, this is a place to kind of practice. So I look forward to seeing your discussion boards this week about audience and purpose. I think you'll have a good time with them. It's a really interesting discussion board. And I look forward to seeing what you have to say in your MLA essays as well. All right, have a good week.